I just wanted to do a trade recap on my Tesla and AMC trade yesterday, specifically my AMC one here. I was doing a bit of, I would say, scalping, I guess. And let me go over what I was seeing. $60 was a big level for AMC on the bigger time frame. And so when I saw it rip up this fast, right at the open, then it gives good volume near the top above 60 and up to 61 right here. Oops. Right there is a good potential for a turnaround, I guess. So what I used this next, if you can see, it's almost like a head, a shoulder, a head, and then another shoulder right there. So just like a lower high right here, right? And then again, another lower high. So I wanted to get in this somehow. It wasn't my best trading, and it was really a smaller idea, because I felt like even if I got short here, I was probably going to run into some resistance right here at pre-market high. And then I could maybe get lucky if it did break through that and then maybe go back to here. But really, I felt like this might be my only target. And so it really is a small idea, not necessarily an A+ setup here for me. But I did trade it well, and I felt like I saw some things on the tape here. Okay, so right now I'm thinking of entering. Price just pulled back, and this was a big block order that came through at 59.40. So price comes down, hits a big block order, and then because of that, it's going to bounce up, right, from this block order. And when that happens, in my mind, I try to put a mental level in my mind that 59.40 was where that block order came in. And so if price comes back down, it's now going to be support again. Or if it breaks through it, we want to see some bigger orders down underneath it. So that's sort of how I look at that. So I'm going to play it here. So the big block order comes through, price does stay above it, and then it in fact bounces up. It goes up there. You can see it's going back up to $60. So we have two big orders here sitting at 60 and 60.04, which is good. Those get hit, I believe. Right there, they just got hit. So they got hit, but there weren't any big block orders there. So it doesn't mean anything in terms of needs to have a block order, but I would say that 59.40 is slightly more important right now in my mind than 60, because 60 just maybe had more retail orders happen in there. So I get short there because I saw no continuation above 60. And in my mind, I'm remembering that 59.40 is some kind of support, so I'm going to watch price when it gets back down there. Okay, so real quick, there was a big order that showed up on the level 2 for. It's hard to get it right there. 59.50. So this kept showing up and going away and showing up and going away here in the last few seconds. But there's a big order that's about to get flushed through, which almost, the way that it flushes through, it almost gives it some ignition to go down. Goes down through 59.40. Actually, 59.40 is sort of holding up a little bit here, and we didn't get another block order. But in my mind, I'm just looking for this 59.40 to flush down, and then maybe I can get a partial. There's some orders on the downside waiting as well. And there it goes. It goes down some. Flushes down through. I partial at 59. 59, so right here, 59, two big block orders. So clearly 59 is a big level. And I'm just kind of comparing what is printing, and then it's all relative. So this chart is right now, you know, these levels are based on what the tape is showing me. So 59.40 was a popular level. 60, not as much, not as many big orders that came in, but 59 came in. So these two levels are pretty good. Fast forward a bit here. So you can see these orders are populating now underneath at 59.06, 58.87, potentially giving it some more reason to go down even further. Pretty sure it flushes again. But that 59 block order did give it some support, if you notice, so that's good. You know, like if you see a big order like that, you know, it flushed through that 59.40, but then got to 59, a couple big block orders come in, it does hold it up, takes it a few minutes, and then here you can see another big block order just came in above the ask, so it's slightly above what it was offering, and that could be a good sign of a short seller coming in, putting in a limit order, and then if price gets right underneath that, that could be enough ammunition to then flush it down for another leg down, which is what happens, I believe. Maybe not. Takes a little more time. So you can see another big block order came in at 58.96. So there's a battle going on pretty much, because you can see 59.40 just had one big block order, but once you got down to 59, you got two different ones at 59, one at 59.12 and 58.96. So definitely a lot of volume in here and a lot of battling going on. I just want to show one more thing. So price does come back up, right? Comes back up through 59, comes back up through 59.40. I don't see block orders come back in. I sort of get lucky in that it doesn't hit my stop. And so then because I don't see more big orders coming in on the way up, I try to add in thinking that it's going to go back down. Okay, so we did have a big block order at 59.62 above the ask, which could be a short seller. And so as soon as it starts to go down underneath that, I think, okay, I'm going to use 59.62 as my new resistance to risk around. And so I short in again, and it flushes down to that 59 past level, and then it flushes even further, which is awesome, right? But I don't think I see any more big block orders down here. So it makes a nice flush, but doesn't show me like conviction or continuation. So I start partialing quite a bit as price stalls here, and you really just see more retailers coming in and out. And I think that's about all it really does for the day. I think for the whole day it really was choppy. I mean, it might have made some moves later on, but I think a lot of the day it did different things, and it even compressed and then popped and shook people out and did some not fun stuff that not a stock that's really in play. I think I sort of got lucky with this opening trade, and you know, once I got lucky and once I was done with it, I should just leave it alone, because looking at it here, like I said, we're above pre-market high, it stops at pre-market high, and there's really no other target. You know, this is just, it's going to chop around in here until something else happens. So looks like there was one more big block order right here, 59.25, and that it must have came right down, wick down, grabbed it, and then immediately popped up. So that would have been nice to have gotten that. But I think I was jumping around to different stocks. So that's pretty much my kind of quick scalp trade, and some of the using the orders as levels, like really small intraday levels, using the block orders. And when you see the block order comes in, then when you see price go away from it, you kind of want to remember, okay, if we get back to that one level, those big block orders that came in there, and this might be some resistance or some support again. And so you kind of, you trade between those big block orders, essentially, is what I was doing here. All right, thanks.